Hi, this is Chris Silveda with Simple Listing Solutions, and welcome to the webinar. And what I'd like to do is take another 45 minutes or so, and I'm going to show you guys a really powerful system for going out and getting short sale listings. And when I say going out and getting short sale listings, what I'm talking about here this afternoon is building a pipeline full, a continuous stream of listings that just drip into your life. Drip, drip, drip. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and that's what you want. So you're going out on listing appointments every week. Okay. In fact, I just got off the phone with an agent up in Sacramento he's taking 8 listings a month, and boy, he knows his numbers. We just went over them. I know exactly what it takes for him to get to 8 listings a month, and that's pretty good business. And I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing in regards to short sale listings. And so here we are over at my website at Simple Listing Solutions, and you look at that headline, and it's kind of a funny headline. So it says the fastest way to a steady stream of short sale listings is to grow them yourself. And then it says you're about to discover a powerful system for turning loan modification minnows into short sale salmon. It's like, what the heck? What does that mean? Well, here's what that means. It means 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin their lives as a loan modification minnow. Okay, so all of our short sale prospects start out as loan modification prospects. Believe me, they do. And if you've been working short sales for any length of time, you get it. In fact, if you've been working short sales for any length of time, you get that too bad most of your prospects are ignoring you because they don't want to talk about a short sale. A short sale is about you. Okay? In fact, a short sale is about you profiting off of their suffering. Okay, so even if a short sale is the most logical, no-brainer thing that upside-down property owner could do, as you try and stand there in front of them and explain that to them as a real estate agent, what they see is a person who stands to profit off of their suffering. Okay, and you know that's a high hurdle to get over. Okay, so when you're out there in the world promoting yourself as a short sale expert who can help people short sell their home, whether it's their primary residence or their investment property, and help them avoid a foreclosure that way, hey, that's a great conversation to be having. But again, you've got to recognize that here you're a salesperson with a license in your pocket who stands to profit off of their suffering. Okay, so just get that, and then get the fact that 10 out of 10 short sale prospects begin their life as a loan modification prospect. Okay, so those are 2 key factors right now. If you want to be a listing agent listing short sales, you've got to understand those 2 key things. In fact, if you've got a notepad, I would write them down. I'm telling you, I'm going to build a little universe for you right now in your consciousness that you're going to get it. You're going to go, oh, aha, I get it. And you're going to get what your competition doesn't to a large degree. Okay, so the 2 things were your prospects, no matter how logical a real estate short sale could be to them, when you're the one explaining that to them and you're a real estate person who happens to list short sales, guess what? You're breathing commission breath on them, and they're suffering and you're getting paid. Okay, even if it's your sister. Right? So there's that factor that you cannot deny is there. Okay? The second thing is this. 10 out of 10 short sale prospects, I'm going to call them short sale salmon so we can paint like a picture in our head. It makes it really easy to understand what I'm talking about when I explain this concept to you guys. 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin their lives as loan modification minnows. Okay? So those are the 2 things I wanted you to understand. Now, I'm going to let you know something. I'm going to fill you in on something that's important. My name's Chris Silveda. It's easy to learn all about me here at my website, Simple Listing Solutions. You can call me up. Here's my phone number, and you can Google me, and you can look around, and you can find stuff. Here's my story. I'm a real estate agent like you have been for many years. And before I got into real estate, I was fortunate enough to go to work for one of the top national trainers in real estate. I was out of college. I had my own degree in marketing. I was working as a freelance copywriter. And I went to work for a guy by the name of Joe Stumpf. And if you know Joe, you'll know that he's the #1 dialogue skills coach on the planet for the real estate and mortgage lending industry. And he teaches agents how to build a referral-based business, and Brian Buffini comes out of his sort of big tent. And the marketing genius behind Joe Stumpf was 3 guys. Okay, Eben Pagan, who is now known as the $100 million man. He consults to Anthony Robbins. He's the #1 internet marketer on the planet. Dean Jackson down in Winter Haven, Florida, phenomenal real estate marketer down in Florida, and a gentleman by the name of Jerry Ballinger, who's no longer with us, who was a brilliant marketer. And those were the guys really building, Joe's stuff. And I traveled with those 4 gentlemen for about 8 years behind the scenes, and then eventually I was out flying around the country training Joe's mastery members, his top producers from Canada down to Florida on his systems. Then I got into real estate, started doing real estate, sold Joe a couple nice houses over the years. He was one of my better real estate clients. So I know what you do, okay? And I know short sales. And in fact, over the course of the last year, I've been working with about 300 agents personally, from Florida up to Canada and all the way over to California. Specifically, doggedly pursuing short sale listings. And some of them are having great success using tools and systems that I've created for them. And they're not hard to find. You can verify that. You'll see some of them here. So that's been going on. But over the last year, I've learned a ton of stuff about the market, you guys, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. That's why I'm so glad you're here, because you're gonna have a real sort of insight, I think, into marketing for short sale listings. Now, I'm going to tell you just a brief story. There's a guy out here in San Diego County, in San Diego, California, where I live. I'm up in coastal North County, and he's in Carlsbad. His name is Steve Lincoln, and he's a real estate broker, real sharp guy. We've been working together, and he called me up a few weeks ago, and he's like, Chris, I'm knocking on the door of this house, NOD, and I get this guy at the door, and he's not the homeowner, he's a renter. He's renting the house. He's like, oh, real estate agent, huh? But, I'm like, oh, you've had a few of us here before? He goes, oh, yeah. And I start talking to this guy, and fortunately he's real friendly, and we kind of, hit it off, and, our energies are the same, and we're laughing and stuff. And he said, oh, I'm explaining the NOD list and whatnot. And he said, oh, I guess my property owner must have just come up on the NOD list like 2 weeks ago. And this agent, Steve, looks at this guy and says, well, why do you say that? He says, well, all of a sudden, like 2 weeks ago, I just started getting all this mail from real estate agents, and that's when people started knocking on my door. And Steve laughed, and he said, how much mail did you get? And the guy said, well, come on in here. It's on the floor. And they go and they look. Steve said, let's look at this stuff. They counted through 64 pieces of mail in 2 weeks from real estate agents, okay, because the thing came up on the NOD list. So if you guys are working foreclosureradar.com, 90-day late, list pending NODs, just understand something. If you're in a market where short sales are a lot of the inventory, so is everybody. So is everybody. And that's probably not, especially if you're spending money doing direct response and direct mail. If you're having success, okay, and it's worth it, keep it up. But I'll bet you dollars to donuts that you're not. In my experience, that you're not having success with direct mail, right? And I can teach you ways to, if you want to work NODs and list pendings, where you're going to go out there with an overnight express envelope to the front door and a nice little package to put together, you'll have a much greater success, and you're not spending money on postage. I teach you that stuff as part of my coaching club over here, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. What we're going to talk about today is turning loan modification minnows into short sale salmon that swim home to you every time. Okay, so forget being the real estate agent out there right now who you're the one who your postcard is mixed into those 64 pieces of mail, right? You're the one I've already had 9 people like you knocking on my door. I don't answer the door anymore. Don't play that game. Okay, you can spend a lot of money, time, energy spinning your wheels playing that game. Listen, real estate agents, nothing personal, are a commodity. Okay, here in San Diego County, I think there's 22,000, 27,000 licensed, realtors. Okay, we're a commodity. We're like pork bellies. You have got to find a way to distinguish yourself. RE/MAX owns the slogan, above the crowd, but give me a break. How? Show me how. I don't see you guys. What does that mean? Right? That's just sales hyperbole. You've got to find a way to really do that. Okay, and I'm going to show you how. And I'm going to show you how you don't have to go compete with the school fish. You're going to be a marlin who you're going to go your own way, right? I'm going to show you how to go upstream, so to speak, and capture all of these short sale prospects when they're loan modification prospects. And all of a sudden, all those agents standing downstream are going, hey, where'd all the short sale prospects go? The creek dried up. Yeah, somebody went upstream and they logged it up, man, and she's got 47 listings and 15 in escrow. And they're all standing downstream scratching their heads going, well, how the heck did that happen? I'm going to show you. So over here at simplelistingsolutions.com, you guys can get a closer look at this on your own afterwards, but I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to show you a website we're going to come to here in just a moment, okay? We're going to come over to experthomeassist.com, okay? And I want you to think of this website before I take you there. And like I say right here in my copy, think of it as a holding tank, okay? It's a holding tank where we're going to gather up these loan modification minnows and we're going to feed them nutrient-rich information that's going to help them grow faster into short sale salmon, okay? And who are they going to thank for feeding them and giving them all this great information and making it so easy for them to try and go get their loan modified and everything they want and need and giving them shelter and food and protection from dangerous investors that are out there? You're the one that did that for them, and then they come to you, okay? But first they need to fill up on that information and eat all that food. And you'll see how it works. So it's a website, but we're going to think of it as a holding tank. Okay. Now I'm just going to show you two things down here first. There's 2 books associated with this website that people can order for free. There's a bunch of things on the website that your prospects can get for free. A ton of stuff that they're going to want. And you're going to want to give it to them all day long. It can be a great, so that holding tank, it's like, I'm telling you, remember when I said nutrient-rich information, all kinds of stuff? Everything they want is there. Now, 2 of the main courses over there happen to be 2 books. One of them is called The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, and it looks like this, okay? And here's the way it works. Right now, you just dream along with me. You're the author of this book. You wrote The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, and it says, learn how you can sell your home for less than you owe the bank, avoid foreclosure, save your credit, and get your lender to pay all of the sales costs for free. It's a comprehensive guide to help you avoid foreclosure using a real estate short sale, and you're the author. So you've got this book, and it's on your desktop, it's on your computer, and as the author, you can open it up and you can edit it, change things, delete things anytime you like. If you feel like it, you can do that. But if you didn't want to, you don't need to, because it's ghost written for you, so to speak. Out of the box, it's a great book. Now, not comparable at all to what they're doing over there at Harris University. That's sort of more of a copy-paste, put-together thing. This is a significant read. So here's a book that you've written. And again, it's called The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. And over at that holding tank, they can get this, and they will. It's free. Another book over there is called The Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure. You're also the author of this book, okay? Again, it's not The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, because listen, what if I don't want to do a real estate short sale? This would be more important to me. I'd rather have a comprehensive guide including tools, techniques, and tactics for battling the bank. That's where I'm at right now. I'm early in the process. Give me the tools, techniques, and tactics for battling the bank. I want to fight foreclosure, right? So that's another book that's available over there, and you're also the author of this book. And again, because you're the author, you've got it on your computer, and you can open it up and edit it, make changes, do whatever you'd like to it. Rewrite the whole story if you prefer to. You can do that. So I just want you to know that. There's 2 books that we're going to see over here. You wrote them both. You have complete editing capability. So we're going to go over to experthomeassist.com, and we're going to imagine that our name is Susan Wright, and we're Coldwell Banker agents, and we're blonde, and that's us. Okay, and I've got a really deep voice because I've got a cold. So I'm Susan Wright, coming to you live from San Diego, and this is my website. And if you're a property owner, and it doesn't matter if you're a homeowner or it's your investment property, if you owe more on your home or your investment property than it's worth, and you can no longer afford to make the payments, like so many of us, I want you to understand, as Susan Wright with Coldwell Banker, I want you to understand that you have options and they're free. Okay, and I can help you understand your options. I can connect you with a certified HUD counselor who can help you understand your options, and whether you'd like to try and save your home and modify your loan, or explore a deed in lieu of foreclosure, or learn about real estate short sales, whatever you'd like to do, you can go over to my website and make it all happen. In fact, you can get a loan modification over there. And again, as I said, you could connect with a certified HUD counselor who will hold your hand and help walk you through the process. So everything you need is over there, okay, at my website. Now, listen to that conversation. As opposed to, listen, I specialize in short sales, and if you'd like to short sale your home, you can go over to my website, and there's all the information in the world about short sales, and including a book about short sale, right? That's great. If I want to short sell my home, I'll go to your short sale webpage to get your short sale book, right? And I have a system like that, and it works perfectly. It works brilliantly. It's called the Listing Getter Letter, but that's not what I'm showing you here today. And it works perfect for 20% of the prospects out there who already know they want to short sell their house. But for the 80% who think they don't want to short sell their house, they're still in la-la land thinking that they can modify their loan. When you and I know better, we need to be able to help them too, right? But the problem is you don't do loan modifications, so how are you going to help them? Well, you have to automate, you guys. It's technology. I can tell you when I traveled around the country for 8 years with Joe Stumpf in the last couple of years training his mastery members, flying around on my own, I learned one thing, meeting thousands of agents and hundreds of mega producers. You know the difference between them and everybody else? 3 things. It's their habits. This is worth money right now. It's their habits. It's what they spend their time doing. Number 1. Believe me, I've written about this, studied it, thought about it, practiced it. It's number 1. It's the habits. It's what they spend their time doing. Number 2, it's their dialogue skills and their personality. I would put that under one umbrella. But it's their ability to build trust with their words. They sound like they know what they're talking about. Even when they don't, they sound like they know what they're talking about. And they sound that way with a warm and pleasing personality. And Napoleon Hill said that in Think and Grow Rich. He said, you better have a warm and pleasing personality. And then the third thing is they use smart tools. And that's it. It's what they spend their time doing. It's their dialogue skills and it's their tools. And tools today in 2011, they need to be viral. And they need to be automated. And they need to free you up. And technology can do that. And I'm going to show you how simple it is. You do not need to be a technology person to use technology to help you make money in real estate this year, significantly more money than you made last year. I'm going to show you how. So here's this website, and I'm a prospect. I could come here. There's a million different ways I could get here, and I could show you those ways, free ways to drive targeted traffic here to this website, targeted traffic in your communities. Okay, and so people come here. And they're going to come here for a variety of reasons, but they will come here, right? And when they arrive on the home page, it says loan modification, short sale, deed in lieu of foreclosure. What's an upside-down, struggling property owner to do? Well, enter the process informed. If you owe more on your home or investment property than it's worth and can no longer afford the payments, you've got options. Okay, and on this site provides fast and easy access to all sorts of free tools, information, and resources, including HUD-certified housing counselors who will assist you in exploring your options for free. Okay, whether you seek to modify your loan in order to keep your property or wish to speak with a short sale advisor about avoiding foreclosure by selling your home for less than is owed, you'll find information here that will help you immensely. Right now, you can also get a free copy of my $27 book, The Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure. Okay, this easy-to-understand step-by-step instruction guide describes how banks operate in the negotiation process and also includes, so look, they're going to come down here, and what do you think the prospect's going to do? They're going to say, well, boy, I'd love to have a copy, yeah, let's get a copy of the book, right? We'd love to have a copy of the book, a comprehensive guide with all the tools, techniques, and tactics for fighting the bank and avoiding foreclosure and saving our home. And they're going to give you their name and email address and information, which is going to start an automated drip campaign. So just remember that. Okay. Now up here you might have noticed this button, Free Home Value Report, but let's not get too worried about that yet. Sure, they can click on it there if they choose to. Right here on the home page, there's this video, how you can avoid foreclosure scams. Because again, this website is not about short sell your home. This website is about avoid foreclosure. Whatever you'd like to do, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, just don't get ripped off in the process. We're here to help. So they're going to watch this video. And where's this video come from? makinghomeaffordable.gov. You know, this is how you can avoid foreclosure scams. This is a fabulous video, right? And so it talks about how people are going to prey upon them out there to try and help them get their loan modified and charge them money for that stuff, and it's ridiculous. Don't do it. You've got options to avoid foreclosure, and it's important that you avoid foreclosure. Beautiful professional TV commercial built right in here. Okay, and then next to this book, The Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure, right, underneath this copy that says, hey, whatever you want to do, enter the process informed. You know, and you can do whatever you want. Just get informed. And it also lets them know that they can connect with a HUD certified counselor here in a moment. So that's what's happening on this page. Then we go into what is a short sale? Well, you know, a short sale occurs when the lender agrees to take less than the full amount required to pay off existing loans, and we define this stuff for them. Now, this is important. It says, this sounds simple enough and is the definition most agents will give you. The problem is in the details. The terms of the approval are almost always dictated by the lender. Most sellers and many agents assume any approval is a good approval, which is often not the case. If you're considering a real estate short sale, there are things you need to know before speaking to your lender. Consulting with a Mars-compliant, licensed professional versed in short sales and the foreclosure process is a must. And remember Mars-compliant, because that's key, because this website that you're looking at right now is Mars-compliant. It's handled for you. So now, why would my lender accept less than is owed? We talk about that. Will I qualify for a short sale? Well, has your home's market value dropped? You know, whether you're doing a loan mod or a short sale, hard comparable sales will be used to substantiate that your property is worth less than the unpaid balance. So I'm letting them know, by the way, that you're going to need a home valuation report, right? I provide a comprehensive property value report designed to determine your property's 30, 60, and 90-day sales price value. The same info your lender will want. Get a free home valuation report. Okay? And again, they can click on this. You guys, this is a great, by the way, it's a very detailed form that we ask them to submit. And they will, and they'll submit it. It'll come right over to you. And all you're going to give them is three recent comparables, solds, 3 actives, and 3 pendings, and put together a little report for them. But let's go back here. Now, have you fallen on hard times? Have you experienced a job loss? Take this simple quick qualifier quiz to determine the likelihood of whether you qualify for a short sale. So they can do that right here. They can click on that link, determine if they're going to qualify for a short sale. Again, they're going to opt in, right, for the results to the quiz. And then look, here's a link to makinghomeaffordable.gov. And you see the government website with these rooftops here? Come up here to the top of this page. Look how we've got that incorporated right here, these rooftops. And we've got the same sort of bars, same really kind of similar look to makinghomeaffordable.gov. And that's by design. Not enough to get us in trouble, but enough to have a real similar feel to the most popularly visited website for people avoiding foreclosure in North America, which is makinghomeaffordable.gov. Okay, so we're just on the home page, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities for this prospect to give us their name and email address so that we can start an automated drip campaign that positions us as an expert with a team of professionals standing by to help them out if they want it, right? And we're just on the home page. Okay, 4 good reasons for them to give us their name and email address. 4 good reasons, not opt-in search for homes, right, where they give you a bozo at Yahoo so they can look for homes. That's not what we're comparing this to. Okay, and we're on the home page. So let's come over here to the HAMP half a page. Okay, and again, Susan Wright, Coldwell Banker, that's us right now. Expert home assistance and advice in real estate short sales, lender negotiations, and the Home Affordable Foreclosure Alternatives Program. So we're going to come over here and click on the HAMP half a page. And over here, wow, what do you know? There's another book. This one's called The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. This comprehensive toolkit makes short sales so simple you can do one on your own. Wow, I want to get one of those too, right? Why not? It's free. Right, so let me trade my name and email address. Let me send me one of these too. So now I'm up to opportunity number 6 for them to give me their contact information, right? But look, and this is right next to HAFA, so it makes sense. We're talking about short sales and HAMP. And it says if you can no longer afford to make your monthly loan payments, you may qualify for a loan modification to make your monthly mortgage payment more affordable. Millions of borrowers who are current but having difficulty making their payments, and borrowers who have already missed one or more payments may be eligible. Am I eligible for a home affordable modification? Take our questionnaire to find out. Okay, let me click on this. Now look, this is the same test that the government gives over on their site to see if you're going to qualify through HAMP. So let's just go through the process here. Am I eligible? Well, is your home your primary residence? Let's say yes. Is the amount you owe on your first mortgage equal to or less than $730 grand? Yes. Okay. Are you having trouble paying your mortgage? For example, have you had a significant increase in your mortgage payment or reduction in your income? Well, yes. Okay. Did you get your current mortgage before January 1st? Yes. And is your payment on your first mortgage, 31% debt to income ratio? Let's say yes. Okay. Well, let's find out if we're going to qualify for HAMP loan modification. Right, and we got to give them our email address here. So that's what we're going to do. Now listen, before I click submit, it says right here, by clicking submit, your answers will be analyzed and you'll be directed to the next steps for the home affordable modification or to other options for additional help. This site can help you determine if you're eligible, but only the servicer of your loan can tell you if you qualify. To qualify, you'll generally need to show that you have adequate income to make the reduced payments and then, So they're going to submit. And here's what's going to happen. You just captured that lead again. They just gave you their name, email address, right? Just went over to you to start an automated drip campaign. But look at the page they arrived at. What they see here is a 1, 2, 3, 4-step process for modifying their loan. Step number 1, complete the form. Step number 2, complete the tax form. Step number 3, gather your proof of income. Here's a simple proof of income checklist. Step number 4, send the documents to your mortgage servicer. Okay, and here's how you do it. After you complete, print, and sign the request form and tax form, send these documents along with your proof of, and then contact your mortgage servicer. Here's how to do that. Okay, so all these links, everything they need, just takes them to the form, and there's your loan modification. That's the way it's done. You don't need somebody. Remember, over on the home page, they watched that video, how to avoid the foreclosure scams. You don't need to be paying money for this, folks. They're the people that want to charge you money aren't going to be able to help you any more than you can help yourself, right? And so that's how they can do that. They're going to take that quiz, and now they can go through the loan mod process. Now, I told you that they could connect with a HUD-certified counselor to help them, and they can certainly do that over here on the deed in lieu of foreclosure page, where it says generally, if the borrower makes a good faith effort to short sell the property and is ultimately not successful, a servicer may consider a deed in lieu. But first, you've got to try to short sale. Okay, and if you've got questions about all this stuff that we cover here and you want to connect to a HUD-approved housing counselor for free, just click here. And then what happens? Takes them over here to the federal government site, right over here to the HUD page, and they've got the 888-995-HOPE number they can call, and for the hearing impaired, here's the toll-free number for them. And that's how they can connect with a HUD-certified housing counselor to help them out at any point in the process. Now, if they're thinking about doing a short sale, and they already took the quiz, okay, and traded us their information for that, but they're concerned that there may be a deficiency judgment, they can come over here to this page, right, where it says, can I short sell my home for free with no deficiency judgments? Well, the availability of deficiency judgment depends on whether you have a recourse loan or a non-recourse loan, which is largely a matter of state law, and we talk about all that here. And then it says, if you're considering short selling your home, determining this information up front is critical. We'll investigate and determine your loan status and report our findings back to you within 24 to 72 hours. And then now here's what they're going to do. They're going to give you the property address, date of purchase. At the time of purchase, did they move in? If not, did they intend to? How much is the property worth now? Oh, I don't know. We better go back and order that free home value report, right? How much did you pay for the property? How many loans did you take out? What's the first loan, second loan, third loan amount? What's the name of the lender on the first, second, and the third? Did you refinance the first, the second, or the third? Is the first current? Is the second current? Is the third current? Yes or no? Have you rented out the property? Have you received a notice of default? If so, when? Were any of your loans part of a program such as FHA, Cal HFA, or VA? Yes, no? give us that information, submit, it all comes over to you. And what does that mean to you? It means here's a prospect that wants to short sale their house, and they're trying to determine if they're going to have a deficiency judgment or not. I mean, I don't know if there's a hotter lead than that, and it's coming. They're sending it to you. Why? Well, because you wrote the book, right? This is your website, and this is you wrote this and the short sale book, which, by the way, when they get it, it's an ebook, and they're great books. And you know what they do with them? They forward them to people that they know. And then the people that they know get your book, and they open it up, and there's your name, your information, your contact information. Wow, this is great. Where'd you get this? Oh, hey, I got it over this website, experthomeassist.com. You can go over there and do your loan mod, all that stuff. Go get your own, right? And it's not about you. It's about everything they want and need. Now, yeah, you're gathering up all that information, right? You guys see how this works? How I said this is a holding tank for loan modification minnows. And look, if they're able to get their loan modified, more power to them. Great. But most of them aren't going to be able to. But you can't tell them that, because if you tell them that, that's you trying to get a short sale listing, right? They need to discover that process on their own. All you can do is help facilitate that process and speed it up, and then educate them. Educate them and let them know that odds are, your loan probably won't get modified. And if avoiding foreclosure is important to you, then you need to have a plan B in place. And it's going to be a real estate short sale, because that's got to happen before a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And if you're going to do that, you got to have your team in place while you're working on the loan mod, so we'll help you. That's what everything on this website, that's the message that's delivered again and again and again. Okay, so this website is littered throughout with lead captures and information, accurate, up-to-the-minute information that educates them and helps them grow from a loan modification minnow into a short sale salmon faster. And then when they're ready to short sale, who do they come swimming to? Well, they're going to go swim over to Susan Wright, right? They got all their drip emails in their email. They've been hearing from her forever and her team, and they've got her books. So that's how you go upstream and gather up loan modification minnows and turn them into short sale salmon that are going to list their house with you, and you build a pipeline. Now, how do you get people to go there? You have tools, right? You've got to have postcards, door hangers, direct response letters, property flyers, take one flyers, business cards with that book and a compelling headline that says, for a free copy of this book, go over here. I mean, all kinds of tools. You got to have a toolkit, right? But you do with this system. With this system, you have a toolkit. You have all the direct response marketing tools that you need with your web address and your toll-free phone number to drive traffic over here. And then you also have access to a click training video library where you're going to learn how to drive traffic here from places like Craigslist and Facebook and Yahoo and Squidoo and LinkedIn and Zillow and all over the place. Right? YouTube is a great way to get free business, you guys, when you put on your guerrilla marketing hats. And I teach you how to do that stuff with this system, so drive traffic over here. The last thing I would want you to know about this website is that I can quickly and easily convert it into any language I want, such as Chinese, right? Not hard to do. I just click on the button. So whatever my prospect needs to read it in, they can do that. If they prefer Spanish, they can just click on Spanish and, convert it into Spanish right before their eyes. So here's the system. And by the way, you notice there's a toll-free number up here that connects to Susan Wright's cell phone. And if they call the toll-free number, it's Mars compliant. By the way, with Mars, if you've got a toll-free number on here, it better be Mars compliant, and it is. Okay, and there's a short message on there that lets them know that they can call for a free over-the-phone consultation. And when they do, it connects them to Susan's cell phone. She answers the phone, and it's a computer saying you've got a phone call from, and then you'll hear the person say their voice, "Hi, this is Jill Smith," and then it'll say push pound to accept, and you'll know, Susan Wright would know, that somebody is calling from her website for a free consult about what to do next, right? So that's how that works. So there's a toll-free phone number, pre-recorded script, points at your cell phone, call capture, all that stuff. If the prospect calls and leaves a message, it emails it to her. She doesn't even have to call into her call center, just emails her the message. If they didn't leave a message, they just got scared and hung up, it emails her the time and date stamp with their phone number so she can just follow up on her own. Okay? So that's what this website does. That's how this website is a holding tank for loan modification minnows and a resource site for people who are ready to short sale, people who are ready to do a loan mod, people who are ready to learn about deed in lieu. They can all come here and get it all for free, including the tools they need, like home value reports and the information to pull it all off and all the forms. It's all over here at Susan Wright, our website. We got it all. And you don't need to be able to search for homes, because that's not what they're here for. And they don't care about community information, right? And now this news feed, by the way, it's live RSS daily, real estate market news feed. This is from 9:20 this morning. Spring break, rent a luxury vacation house. Home prices, the double dip is near. Renew your lease, rents could rise 10%. And then over here, about us, that's all your stuff. Okay, so that's what's happening over here. Now, I'm going to take you back to my website over at simplelistingsolutions.com, and I'm going to imagine for a moment that I'm still Susan Wright, okay? And I want to go check on my leads. I want to go print some of my tools. I want to go look at my lead center. I want to run some Craigslist ads, whatever I want to do. I'm going to come over here to simplelistingsolutions.com always, and I'm going to use my personal user ID and password to log into my back office. Now, in my back office, I want to show you some amazing things. First of all, here's my lead center. I can just click on Manage Prospects, Lead Center. Here's everybody who's going over to that site and opting in for anything, right? They're all back here. I can download all my prospects in an Excel spreadsheet. I can see how many of the emails have been dripped on so far. I can turn the automated drip campaign on or off if I want to, right? Over here, you guys can see action, delete, stop, resume. I can turn that thing off if I choose to. And maybe I recognize, hey, this is a real estate agent in my office. They don't need to be seeing my drips. I can come over here and I can just click stop and turn them off. So I can manage all my leads in my back office. But here's something way more exciting to me. Look at this. What I could do, remember this website here, Expert Home Assist? What if I wanted to change it? Let's think of, let me just write this down so I don't forget what my website says here. I want to show you guys something so amazing. Let's change this website. Let's edit it. If you have editing capability of this website, that would allow you to come in here and put hyperlinks to your real estate website. In other words, if you wanted to get creative, you could say, and if you're searching for homes, you could come down here and add a paragraph. Click here, and click here, and it takes them over to your real estate website where they can search for homes, right? Or you could have a link to your blog or your Active Rain blog. You can have all kinds of things in here if you could come in here and quickly and easily edit this site, right? And we can. So over here at Simple Listing Solutions, remember I logged into my back office. I'm gonna select Stealth Site here, and I'm gonna click on Customize Website Content. And I'm gonna see all these pages that are associated with the website. I'm gonna go to Landing Page, Edit. And here's what it opens up, the home page on the website. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to change this. And I'm going to say, what would we like to say? It's a sunny day in San Diego. It's a sunny, I'm not even going to say that too long. It's a sunny day, question mark, okay? And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click Submit. Submit, right? Now, I'm going to go back to my back office. And I'm going to say View My Website. Click on that. And look, there's my website. It's changed. It's a sunny day. I just changed my website, right? Now, that's a mistake. That's not going to make sense to my prospects. What was I thinking when I did that? Uh-oh, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go back into my back office, and I'm going to click on Customize Website Content. And I'm going to go back to Landing Page, and I'm going to click on the link that says Revert, okay? Revert. And now, when I go back into my back office, if I go to preview my website, it just reverted, loan modification. It no longer says sunny day, which means as a real estate agent, now with a website, unlike your Z57 website, unlike your search for home, your IDX solution site, unlike that, now you are completely empowered. You're empowered to open up your website, any page on your website, anytime you'd like, right? The header, the footer, the landing page, About Us page, right? You want to edit the About Us page, you just go in there and you tell your story. here you go. You've got all, if you can work in a Microsoft Word document, you can edit your website. You don't need to know HTML. Think about how powerful that is. Links, hyperlinks. Okay, you can speak directly to a specific community with this website. You could say, "Dear Oceanside homeowners," on the home page. Whether you're facing foreclosure and want to do a loan mod, you could just speak to "Dear, homeowners on Alpine Avenue." Whether you could do anything you want. You can. You don't need to hire somebody to come help you do that. And that's critical. That's important. And if you can't do that with your existing website, then it is, I hope you like what it is, because that's what it is. Okay, unless you want to hire some kid to come, for $90 an hour to make it be something else that you'd like to test. Just to find out, that didn't work. Now you need to hire the kid to come back to test something else. That didn't work. You need to be able to test. You need to be able to make any modification you want. So this technology that I have here, which is only ours, empowers you completely. Okay, so in your back office, not only can you edit your website, you can edit the drip campaigns. You can just click on Edit the Automated Drip Campaigns, because remember, there's a drip campaign tied to everything. And you could just, short sale campaign, you could just click Edit. And then what it would do is it would open up the letter. You could click Edit the Letter. Not only could you edit the letter, but you could say timing. I want it to go out 2 days and 6 hours after they send me their information. Or I want it to go out 1 hour after or I want it to go out immediately. I could just make this a 0. I want it to go out immediately, and I'm going to come down here and change this. And I'm going to drop in. I'm going to click Picture, Insert Edit. I'm going to insert my picture down here in our logo, and I'm going to change the color of the font, and then I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to click Submit, and I just changed my the drip. I just edited the drip campaign, right? The first letter in the drip campaign. Now, this is because this is a demo site. You guys only see one drip letter under this short sale campaign, because this is not an active agent site. If it were, there would be about 10 letters back here that drip on the prospect. So I'm going to just go back into the back office and let you know, in your back office, Susan Wright, she can log in, check her leads, manage her leads, edit the automated drip campaigns, edit any aspect of the website she'd like to at any time, upload her photo. If she takes a new photo, maybe she dyed her hair red, boom. She just click on Upload Image. There's her existing photo. She could just click Delete and then upload a new one and change that photo out. It'd be really simple, right? Completely empowered. And then tools. Remember how I said there's tools, marketing tools? Well, she could come and click on this link called Downloads. And in her downloads, she's got all of these tools. First of all, she's got her ebook called the Short Sale Book and the Fight Foreclosure Book. Let's just take a look at one of these. I'm going to click on Download Customized Short Sale eBook. This is the short sale book that you would be an author of. Look, it's a Word document. So if you can work in Word, you can edit your book. All right, so here's the book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. And then we talk about the legal stuff and cover some Mars-related issues in here. Inside, you'll discover how you can sell your home for less than you owe, have your lender pay all the fees, avoid foreclosure, save your credit, owe your lender, absolutely nothing. Here's the contents. Why listen to me? Short sale solution, short sale package, sample hardship letters, sample authorization to release information form. Okay, qualifying for a short sale, finding the right pro, determining your home's value, listing your home for sale, selecting the best offer, submitting your package, negotiating with a bank, deficiency judgments. We cover all that stuff in here. But not only does this book position you as a short sale expert, it also positions you as a listing expert. Because when they read this book, they're going to read about, you lay out a scenario in this book where you've got a listing on the market, and you got 3 offers that come in on it, and they're all fairly similar, and you show them how you're going to weed through those offers and determine which is the best one to take to the bank and which one's the best one to keep in your back pocket as a backup. Right? You talk about non-recourse loans and recourse loans. You talk about when the bank is going to send an agent, their local agent out there to do a drive-by BPO, how you're going to require, as a listing expert who knows the short sale process, that they meet you at the property. And you're going to meet them out there at the property with your own comps and your own agent visual inspection that makes sure they make note of the loose and leaning fence, the chipped tile, the cracked window, the missing screens, the broken tiles up on the roof, and the biker gang that just moved in across the street. All that stuff goes into that agent visual inspection that's going back to the bank with that guy who's coming by to do the BPO. Why? Because as an expert, you know that you're going to push that value in your direction, not the direction that some arbitrary guy from another county is going to come by for 40 bucks in 15 minutes and say it's worth. You know, so the book talks about that, and it provides them all the tools they need. So I'm just scrolling through the short sale book, okay, just so you can get a sense of how meaty this is. I mean, there's a lot of content in here. Let me just go. I just kind of went past quite a few pages. It was qualifying for a short sale, finding the right expert help, situations that definitely wouldn't constitute a hardship in the eyes of the bank, so don't even try it. Okay, like right here it says pregnancy, increasing the size of your family or starting a family is not considered a hardship until they become teenagers, of course, at which point they'll have more compassion, but still not accept it as an excuse for shorting them thousands. So this is not a humorless book. I mean, it's a great book. It's an easy book to read, and your prospects will. And when they're finished, they'll say, wow, that was a great book. Thank you for that information. I know more. I feel like I know more about short sales than most real estate agents. And you know what? They will. They will. Determining your home's value. It says this is the point in the game where it's going to help you having an experienced real estate expert on your team. You know, you can log on to any number of websites such as Zillow or Realtor.com for a very rough estimate of your home's value. However, a true real estate professional will understand the subtle as well as not so subtle nuances in your marketplace that can change your home's value. Things like pent-up demand due to a lack of similar inventory, or recently sold comparables that really aren't all that comparable, and know how to adjust for the difference. It's important that the valuation be precise, reliable, and logical. A real estate expert will create and provide a BPO, broker price opinion. We're talking about all this stuff. I'm telling you, when they're finished reading this book, you know what their experience of you is? Wow. If we do anything real estate related, we're going to work with her. We're going to work with him. Listing your home for sale. Let's assume now you're qualified for a short sale and you found an expert to guide you safely through the process, and that he or she has created a solid BPO, determined the 30-day sales price. You know, that is the price that you can reasonably expect to obtain from more than one motivated and qualified buyer within 30 days. In this stage, putting your home up for sale as a short sale is no different than listing your home for sale as you would a traditional sale, except for the fact that you must advise interested buyers that any final sale is subject to lender approval. There's no ominous sign in the yard to indicate you're doing a short sale. In fact, there may not be any sign in the yard at all. Every market's different. Leave the marketing up to your expert. Okay, so you guys get the flavor of this book. Selecting the very best offer. I lay out a scenario here where I show them exactly how to do that. And then, you know, how to negotiate with a bank, how to submit your package to the bank. And negotiating with a bank, let's just look at this first little section right here. It says, contrary to popular opinion, short sales don't have to take months. The reasons they often take so long are numerous, but working with an experienced professional is guaranteed to speed things along. The 4 critical questions. Answer them properly and get your short sale offer approved in 15 minutes. Okay, so here they are. Number 1, what's the value? Number 2, what's the offer? Number 3, what's the first getting? And number 4, what's the second getting? And then it says it's almost that simple. However, your agent first needs to know how to quickly gain access to and establish a great relationship with the asset manager assigned to your account. And as always, first impressions really are everything. So we talk about how we submit this package, and we go into deficiency judgments, and then look, here's your toll-free number. I hope this information helped you. And, you know, here's you. It's the end of the book. So that's just the short sale book. That's not the other book. The other book is called The Homeowner's Guide for Fighting Foreclosure. You guys remember that? So that's back here. You could download any of your books, and you could edit them, make any changes, and send them to your prospects. Now you've got tools. You've got postcards, right? You've got that tear sheet, which is a direct response. Let's take a look at one direct response mail letter. I'll show you guys this. I'm not going to show you all these tools, but this is a letter. I'm going to shrink it down to a smaller version so we can all take a look at it here. In fact, I'll make it even smaller than that. Let's go down to 25%. That's a letter. It says here's how you can sell your home for less than you owe the bank, avoid foreclosure, save your credit, and get your lender to pay all the sales costs for free. And it doesn't talk about you. It talks about a book. And it talks about how they can get a free copy of this book for a limited time by logging on, right? And if they log on, they can go get the book. And so all we want them to do is go over here anyway, because when they get here, they're going to say, wow, look at all this other stuff. Okay, so that's a tool. And let me so that's a tool, and you could just print it, click save, whatever you'd like to do with it, and save it and print it yourself or upload it to the printer of your choice, wherever you'd like it to go. And that's how your tools exist. They exist in your back office. So I could come down here and take a look at, download the business card. Let me tell you something, you guys. My virus database has been updated in case anybody was concerned. Here's a business card. I'm going to just reduce this down so you can take a closer look at this. This is a card that if you put your traditional card on the reverse side of it, you got your Keller Williams card on the flip side, but this is the money-making side. It says you can sell your home for less than you owe the bank, avoid foreclosure, save your credit, get your lender to pay all the sales costs for free. Let me show you how. For a free copy, log on. When you hand this out to people, you know what they say? What's this? They all do. They say, what's this? And then you look them in the eye and say, hey, thanks for asking. It's a book I put together. Why don't you go get a free copy if you log on to my website over there. It doesn't matter what you guys want to do, loan mod, deed in lieu, short sale, whatever you'd like to do. You can get it all handled over there. I'd be happy to send you a free copy of that book. There's another book over there called The Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure, and that's got all the tools, techniques, tactics you need to fight your bank if that's where you're at right now. You guys make sure you get a copy of that when you're, oh, wow, right? Hey, I got to go. Have a great day, right? Listen, prospects pursued run away. You're not pursuing people. All you're doing is handing out helpful, valuable information. Go get a free copy, you guys. It's going to help you out. Listen, this may or may not apply to you, but I bet you know somebody, down at the factory or over at the golf club that owes more on their home or investment property than it's worth. Give this to them. Here, let me give you a couple of my cards. Hang on to these. Think about who you know. They can go log on. They can go get, oh, no, they're not going to short sale. They're going to modify their loan. Perfect. Send them over my website and they get their loan modified for free. They'll connect with a HUD certified housing counselor over there that'll walk them through the process, hold their hand, and they can not get ripped off. There's some videos over there they can watch about how to avoid foreclosure scams too as they go through that process. Send them over there. They don't need to ever call me. Oh, great. Where is that? It's Expert Home Assist. Oh, okay, great. You see how I detach? It's not about me. You guys just go over there and get whatever you need. So that's a simple little tool. It's a business card, and there's a million ways you can use the card. But what you need to know is you've got a complete toolkit, right? They all have your web address and toll-free phone number on it, and there's a variety of ways to use them to drive traffic to your website. So as a listing farmer, you've got to have tools. You better have a tractor and rakes and shovels and hoes, and you do. They're all here underneath your downloads and your lead center, and customize your website, customize the drips, Craigslist ads, 30-day late lists, click training video library. Come back. How do I do this stuff? Well, go back there and watch the click training video on it. We cover a ton of topics back there. And by the way, if that's not enough for you, don't worry about it because Chris is on your team. Right? I'm on your team, you guys. If you're using my tools in this system, I join your team. I bring this stuff into your practice. I set it up for you. I help you get it going, and I get you running down the road using my system. Okay, that's how this stuff works. So if you've got a million questions, don't worry about it because I'll be on your team for, as long as you want, and you can call me up and every day, and we'll get your questions answered and get you working. So this is the system that I've created. And it's pretty gosh darn powerful, this website. Okay, it's pretty powerful. And what makes it Mars compliant? Well, down here at the bottom of the first page, in the same font size as the body copy, because that's a requirement, it says important notice. Okay, Susan Wright and or Coldwell Banker are not associated with the government in any way, and our services are not approved by the government or your lender. Using our services does not guarantee that your lender will agree to change your loan or allow you to short sale your home. If you stop paying your mortgage, you could lose your home and damage your credit rating. Okay, now that's a requirement. That's a Mars requirement, and it's right here. So, if your broker says, well, that's not Mars compliant, you'll say, well, yes, it is. Well, yeah, but the telephone script needs to be. Good. That's compliant too. So you guys now have permission to go out into the world and distribute marketing material and go out there and go farm for short sale listings, and you're Mars compliant. Now, I hope you're not going to try and negotiate all those short sale listings that you're going to get with the banks because you're not going to have time. Okay? You're going to outsource that to professionals who are going to negotiate with the bank for you. Okay? As real estate agents, that's not your unique ability. It's a huge drain on your time. Once you've got more than 3 or 4 or 5 short sale listings, I'm telling you, you're going to get crushed. You can't do it. You can't do it. You've got to outsource the lender negotiations to somebody who's better at it than you and will get the file closed faster than you would anyway, so you'll get paid faster. Okay, and they're going to charge you for it, but they're not going to charge you until the file closes. And I don't have somebody for you. I'm not trying to sell you on a service. I can refer some people that I know of, but you can find somebody in your own area that'll do that for you, right? There's people out there that would love to negotiate your short sale files, and they charge anywhere from, $600 a file to 1%, and some of them even charge the lender, and they say, look, if we can get the lender to pay our fee, you don't have to pay anything. Right? So you can shop around for people that'll do that for you, because what you need to spend your time doing is a couple things. Number one, prospecting. Okay. Number two, going on listing appointments. Number three, negotiating purchase contracts. And then number four, you got to go eat dinner and take a shower and go to bed, right? And hang out with your family. But that's what you do. Prospect, go on listing appointments, and negotiate the contract up front. That's it. Boom. And then you hand it off, right? That's how you get high speed, low drag, and you get 28 listings. Like, I'm going to show you guys something here too, just so you know that what I'm talking about is the real deal. I'm going to take you over onto my YouTube page, and if you have YouTube pages, kudos to you. Congratulations, because YouTube is a fantastic way to get a ton of business for free. Over here on one of my YouTube pages, which is youtube.com. In fact, look, here's how you would find it. If you go onto YouTube, let's back up so you guys understand what I'm talking about right here. I want you to really get this. I'm just going to go to youtube.com, and you do the same thing. You could go to YouTube, and you could type in the words, how to get short sale listings. Okay, just type that into YouTube and click search. And then you're going to find, I don't know who they are or they are, but those are promoted. They paid to have these here. Okay, that's why those are there. But not paid to be there, just there organically because they're popular by their own just standing, is me everywhere. Number one, okay, number two, number three, number four. For free, I'm there. That's not me in number 5, but that's me again in number 6, and that's me again in number 8, and that's me again in number 10, and 12, 14. I'm all over the first page of YouTube, and Google owns YouTube now. You guys know that right now. It's not that easy to get right here, okay, and I am naturally. And so you could come over here and just type how to get short sale listings, and rather than click on the video, click on the link to my page. Click on the link to my page, and here's what you'll be taken to. And then you'll be able to scroll down here and watch some great training videos, but you'll also be able to read comments that people write, right? People come in, channel comments. They just write things, and read what people write. And the most recent one, this is 1 week old. This is from a real estate agent down in Jacksonville, Florida, using my tools. And I know him. His name's Tom Reinberg. And this is what Tom just wrote 1 week ago. Tom wrote, "Nice work on the new stealth system, Chris." That's the website I just showed you guys. "When I first spoke to you a year ago, I had 2 listings, and within months of jumping in and implementing your system, in combination with another networking group of mine, I quickly rocketed to 28 listings. Well, I just received 6 approvals within the last 30 days and should be closing 4 to 5 of those within the next 20 days for a total of nearly $20,000 in commissions. Now that's what I'm talking about, buddy. With the new stealth system, I'm gearing up for a killer year and to do nothing but list more and more properties every month. Keep up the good work, buddy." So that buddy's not my word, that's his word. But I like being called buddy. This is, look, let's just click on this guy. He's not, this is a real person. Look, here's he's got a YouTube page. He's probably got a YouTube page because I told him to go make one, right? So this is the real deal, you guys. I've got agents right now that I've got one agent here in San Diego, Jenny Talasase, and she went from nothing to about 24 listings in a pretty short amount of time. Good old Jenny, doing a variety of things that I taught her. So if you're interested in making 2011 your best year ever, going after the short sale market, then go over to simplelistingsolutions.com, right? Go over to simplelistingsolutions.com. Simplelistingsystem.com will get you there too. And check it out. And let me show you guys something else too, the power of YouTube. And I'm going to teach you, if you're working with me, I'm going to teach you how to use YouTube and why you need to be using YouTube. Let's go over here to Google. I'm just going to go on to google.com, and everybody knows Google. And I'm going to let you know that if I go to short sale marketing tools in Google, that's a pretty powerful search term, short sale marketing tools, paid. These people all paid to be here, but in the first natural organic rank position, Simple Listing Solutions right here. Why am I ranked organically in the first position? I'm telling you guys, because I'm doing amazing stuff, and people are finding me. And come over here to Simple Listing Solutions and get started. If you want to do this, just click on the link that says sign up now to get started. And you'll have your website up in 3 days. You'll have your toll-free number recorded, scripts all recorded for you, and you'll be in business within 3 days. And it's really easy to get started. You would just, click on the link, like I said, to get started. And what you would see is that there's 2 programs, a basic and a pro package. The pro package is everything I just showed you. The basic package is everything I just showed you, only you don't have the editing capability. You can't edit the website. Okay, and what you'd be seeing is a one-time setup fee only of $449 or $649, one-time setup fee, and then $39 a month, and it's month to month. There's no contract, and the $39 a month pays your toll-free phone bill. You don't have a phone bill. Doesn't matter how many calls you get, you won't have one. Okay, pays your hosting, and it pays for me, and it pays for our IT department to help you if you ever need any tech support for $39 a month, which is way better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. And this powerful marketing system right here with all the postcards, direct response letters, door hangers, we didn't even look at, money-making business cards, corrugated plastic sign, Craigslist ads, they're all back there. So go check it out at simplelistingsolutions.com if you guys have questions, and I would love to work with you this year and help you get more short sales. My battery's letting me know that it's about to die on me. But do you have any questions? Anybody have questions? Now's a great time. You could actually click in the upper right-hand corner of your computer screen, and there's a little arrow typically that you can click on, and it'll open up a dialog box. So you could click and you could just type in your question and push send, and then I'd be able to see your questions. And Spanish, do we have it in Spanish? We do. We have it in any language. Remember, up here you can just click and choose your language. So that's that. How long does it take to set it up? 72 hours or less. We'll have your website up. Domain name, great. I left that out. Thank you. You do have to have a domain name. So yeah, you gotta have a domain name. Go over to GoDaddy. And then the payments, are monthly. I think I just lost you guys. Will you take payments? No, we don't have. Sorry, you guys, you lost me there for a moment, but we can't do that.